Isn't there a risk, though, however, if, while defending free speech in the way that you do, in the way that many people watching would agree with, that you perhaps open the door to allowing more of those extreme views in, because you're trying very hard to get the balance right? I mean, do you think that the government...
As we always do with the news on this important juncture, as we've been hearing, an extraordinary few days. The Prime Minister's had Zelensky on speed dial. The Foreign Secretary is announcing more sanctions on Russia. And the Defence Secretary, John Healey, has been warning about rushing to a ceasefire deal with the Prime Minister's had Zelensky on speed dial. The Foreign Secretary is announcing more sanctions on Russia. And the Defence Secretary, John Healey, has been warning about rushing to a ceasefire deal with the 24 hours. You'd be forgiven if your head's been spinning from the last 7 days. So before we speak to a Cabinet Minister, here's a reminder about who said what about the future of Ukraine in this extraordinary week. Well, the Education Secretary, Bridget Phillipson, is with us this morning. Said President Trump was right to bring Russia to the table.
Absolutely.
Because that phone call to Vladimir Putin that was made by Donald Trump stunned Western diplomats, appalled some people, because it brought Vladimir Putin, bringing him in from the cold when he'd been excluded and shunned by much of the international. Other people, even like the boss of NATO, would say it's also urgent that countries like Britain, the President this week, that the UK will spend. This might put schools in an extremely difficult position with increased pressure on already stretched budgeting. Heads watching, thinking they'd have to cut other things in order to do it. Well, of course, evidence that taking some powers away from academies will actually improve Ukraine. As we've been talking about, the UK right now, we currently spend 2.3% of GDP, our national income, on defence. That's more than £50 billion. It's huge risks and potential rewards for the UK Prime Minister as he jets off to meet the unpredictable president who holds so much in his hands. A bit later.